All right, teammates. So welcome back. I want to show us how to handle Ankara fabrics trousers that has prints. Now, this print, as you can observe, has an image of someone and also has logo. And these images must face upright, meaning that when you make your trouser, it should face up. On no account should it face down. So the simplest thing you will do here is to always place this image where the down part of the image is on the right hand side, the head should be on the left hand side so that you start drafting in that direction. And this is also important to know that in handling such fabrics, you don't just turn or fling the fabric and at will when you want to mark the back panel. So let's go down to the drafting process so that I will explain more detailed explanations and also let you know how to handle Ankara fabrics when you are making one. Because Ankara fabrics, if you want to achieve a perfect finishing, there are some considerations you need to make when you're making it. So here you mark out your baseline, which seems or happens to be the first thing you need to do after you have gotten the fabric folded. So once your baseline has been marked out, you also mark out the sides. So here I have a cut here. So I will, try to remove the cut from the fabric. So that's why I'm marking this big, right? But if you also don't have a cut, you don't need to mark that big. So here I am marking out this part so that the cuts I have there will not be shown or included in the trouser drafting. So I'll mark out this line, mark also to the very end. So I think I will cut out this for me to be able to have a perfect or a uniform or an easier explanation. So let me just cut out this so that you don't get confused with the drafting procedures or processes. So I'm cutting out this first, so just to make you have a clearer view of the trouser drafting. Now, having done this, the next thing you're gonna do is mark extra 2 inches here. This 2 inches serves you for the folding or the hemming of your trouser. You mark all through this way. After which you impute the length of your trouser, which happens to be 39 for my client. So you mark 39 inches all through that way, 39 inches all through this way. After which you mark it twice. It's better you mark it twice so that everything will align. You mark it twice. After this, the next you do is you mark your waistline. It comes all through this way. And then you happen to get your crotch. And the hips is 48. So we are going to divide by 4, which is 12. So I'm going to use 12 inch for my crotch, right? 12 inches for my crotch so that this fabric, this measurement was taken in a very bit free or bogus measurement so that the person will not complain because it's an elderly man, so he won't complain for the feet, right? Or for the fitting. So after you have marked out that, the next you will do is to get your 48 inch applied in this form and add extra 2 inches as well. The waist 37 by 4 by 4 is 9.25. Extra 1 inch on the waist. Then you come on the ankle, this baseline here, come in by 1.5. So this 1.5 is the minimum or the recommended measurement you need to come in with in order to give it fitting at the side. Then take the line to come up straight in this form and apply the ankle. Ankle is 16 by 2 is 8. So you mark 8 inches right there. Extend the line as well all through this way. After you have done that, the next thing you do is to also take your hip cuffs and blend to the hip point. From here, blend to the hip point, fling it over this way, and then flush it properly. And the extra 2 inches on the hip is going to come down towards the calf point or the knee point. Then you make sure it's properly aligning this way. And after which, connect the 1 inch on the waist to your rear hip. And then you take your trouser cuff, place in this form, make a curve from here to this very point. And then you are going to slant the waistline by half an inch, that's 0.5. Use your hip cuff as well. Connect this way. Pocket point 2.5 inches this way. Depth is because of an old man, I'm using 8 so that it will be free on him to pocket his hands in the pocket. So you mark all through in this form. After which, the next thing you do is to cut out this. So I'll cut out this and then also emphasize more on the essence of, minding the fabric pattern or designs you have at hand when cutting your trouser. It's very important that you take note of all of these things I'm trying to explain so that you don't mess up your jobs when you are faced with such fabric. This fabric is mostly common with church events, some schools that are owned by missionary schools, they do have these prints on the fabric that is customized. So now, usually, after you have drafted the front panel, if you have watched my previous videos on how to draft trouser, you believe that you would have flinged or turned it over this way. But when you do this, you have ruined the fit or the perfection on the back panel. What does this mean? The images on this fabric is not meant to face down, because the moment you turn this over this way, this image is not facing down, as you can see. So you have ruined the back panel. So what you need to do, still continue placing your fabric in that direction, right? You place it so that your image will remain up. If you mistakenly turn this to this point, you have spoiled the back panel. The front will be facing up and the back will be facing down, which is very wrong. So it's either you place it this way. This is the actual part or the best way to place it. Why is this so? So that you can have a straight line somewhere here. But if you still place it this way, it's still okay like this, right? It's still okay like this, but then I think here we have more damage to cause than this area. So that is the point of this illustration, right? So you tend to learn how to manage your fabric very well, because by the time you put switches here and you are going this way, you are wasting some fabric or spoiling the remaining material. So it's better off you place this way and let all the whole measurements come from the direction. So here I can serve you for patch pockets, some components of the trouser that will be needed. So while you go ahead with your regular drafting. So this is how you maintain a perfect fabric placement on your Ankara trousers without spoiling any of them. Then remember the rule we stated, the curve should continue in that form. You drop down this way. After this now, you mark 2 inches here. Here you also mark 1.5 or 2 inches as well. Here you also mark 1.5 or 2 inches as well. Use your trouser curve as well and connect from here to this very point. It goes all through this way. And after which, the next you do is to add extra 2 as well on all of this. Add extra 2 on all of this, extra 2 on all of this, extra 2 inches as well on all of this. After that, you join. So you gently connect these things this way. You connect them this way. So when you have connected them this way now, this is what you have. And the back panel will be raised by extra 2 inches. Don't forget, it's always 2 inches that we raise the back panel with. And then, from right there, you connect all through this way. So you are going to cut out this, and then the components of the trousers remain the same, ranging from your pocket facing, zip fly. The band is 4.5 inches, right? The band measurement is 4.5 inches. If you have also seen the material or the previous tutorials I made on Ankara trouser, you will understand that these things are the same, just slight differences in some of these fabric handling. So right there, you bring out these components. So here you can have your pocket facing and your band, your zip fly coming out at once from this singular fabric. So all you need to do is just to cut it an even space. One edge here will be longer or wider rather. So here it comes out at once. So this is your zip fly and this is your pocket facing. And after which you now cut the waistline, cut your waistline. Then you gently as well cut the baseline, and then you cut your sidelines as well. You cut your sidelines as well. So the essence of this video is to let you know that you don't need to turn the trouser backwards so that all the images will continue to face upright. So after this, like I said, the band is 4.5 inches. So you can go ahead and cut the band. And then don't forget that the pocket points must be notched. So you notch the pocket points, you notch them, and then you go to get your band. So here I will just mark a little bit of fresh baseline, and then mark 4.5 inches right there. 4.5 inches right there. After the 4.5, you connect the line from here to that very point. Then the length is your customer's waist circumference divided by 2 plus extra 7. So the waist we have is 38 over 2 is 19.5. Sorry, the waist is 37 by 2 is 18.5. Then plus extra 7. So this is 18.5, right? 34, 35. Yeah, this is 34, 36, yeah, 37. So extra 7 to 9, 7 inches extra. So the essence of this 7 inches is to make sure that the band is enough to go right around the waist circumference, all the inseam allowances, and also the zip fly, and have that space for closure or for closing the band. So this is the band measurement. So this is how we cut the band. It's in two. It's on two double fold. So I think here it's okay. So our band has been cut out. So now that's the last thing, but not the least thing we're gonna cut is the patch pocket. The Ankara is always patch pockets, right? So the measurements of the patch pockets in cutting, bear in mind that all of these images as well should also face upright. The images should face upright as well. So the measurement of the Ankara patch pocket is length of 8 to 10 inches in width in cutting. Then these things will be folded, right? So you cut 8 to 10 inches in width this way, and the length of 9 to 10 as well. So when you have folded all of this, you end up having 5 inches pocket folding and depth of 6 or 7 inches pocket as well. So this is the band, the patch pocket, the front and back panel, the flap and the facing, and the least thing here to cut is the belt loop or the belt holder. So which could be used or which could be gotten from those offcuts that we had earlier on, and the loop measurement is 1.5 by 24. So right here is more than 1.5. I'm okay with this, and that is the end of the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next one. Bye bye.